All right, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Sally Gap Farms Farming with Jesus. We appreciate everybody that has subscribed to our channel. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we'd greatly appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you got a comment, leave it, and I'll try to answer all the comments that we get. We appreciate everybody that's done subscribe to our channel. It really helps out our farm. Today, we are out here cleaning out another one of our greenhouses. This was our tomato house. You can see with these hangers here. We had these hangers stretched down with a string all the way down here, and the tomatoes was in the ground. It worked really well. We've had a really good success out of growing tomatoes in here. We've raised a lot of tomatoes. But this year, we're needing more bedding planks. We have so many customers that's coming and needing bedding planks, needing fresh produce at their own homes too, that it just makes sense that we grow a few more. We've been doing a couple of greenhouses with bedding planks, and that goes for more than just vegetable planks too. The flowers, everybody wants a hanging basket, and we do a lot of hanging baskets. But they also want something to put in a planter on their front porch, those big concrete planters, plant them around their sides of their house and different things. So what we do is we try to add to what we're doing every year, and this year we're putting in a lot more bedding plants for flowers and, of course, vegetables. With this whole COVID thing going on, and it's still going to be going on next year, it looks like, we're going to make sure that we add to our production of produce plants, bedding plants, trays, you know, the trays of bedding plants, 36 count, 48 counts, things like that. You can see we have got all the big stuff down now, and we've been sweeping out and getting these cleaned up out of the holes. We're planning on getting, once we got it all swept down, we're going to get some more of this ground cover and cut a strip and put right back over those holes. That way, if we ever want to use those holes again, we can. We just take up that strip and we got the holes right back. So, anyways, we're working on that today. We're going to get back with you in just a minute and let you see our progress. Hang on, guys. All right, guys, we're back in here. We got some of this ground cover, we're rolling it out. Just go right there to where the last hoe is, Rich. That'll work great. Whoa. Oh, yeah, got to tell you, my name's Rich.
I'm Little Rich.
And I'm Dalton.
And I'm Lily.
And we got to do that. Sometimes we forget to tell who we are. We need to get the scissors from up here, and then we're going to cut that off. Raining pretty good today. It is raining pretty good outside today. We ain't got much to do on the outside, so we got to do some work on the inside. Farmer's work is never done. Just when you think you're going to have an off day. My wife gets up sometimes and she's like, oh, I hope it rains today. And I'm like, all that means is we're going to be working on the inside. It does not mean that we're not going to be working. It just means we're going to be working on the inside. But I love working in the greenhouse. It makes it, I don't know, makes it a little fun. It's cold and wet and rainy outside. When you come into the greenhouse, it sure is nice. Now, this is a ground cover, and what we're doing here is cutting it, and we're going to be cutting it in strips and covering up those holes. We will stake it down with a ground stake, most likely. I thought about once they cut it in strips, maybe just pulling it along, reaching under the bed and just pulling it down through here. But I don't know if I could get it straight enough. So we'll just see how this works out. Be right back, guys. We're back. we have cut strips of this ground cover, and we're hopefully to cover up these holes, and we won't have weeds poking up through them. Weeds are bad, and when you're inside of a high tunnel, the reason why our noses are black and our lungs has probably got the brown lung now is we've been sweeping up this dust. So by getting rid of a lot of weeds, it's going to help us a whole lot on the dust problem also and clean up. So we put that right over our holes. If we ever need to use them again, we just pull this up. Pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this tacked down. These are ground stakes. Let me get this and straighten back out here. All right. Now, what you do when you put these down, you come out here. I don't like these fringes. If you leave those fringes, all that's going to do is catch somebody's toe and they'll be laying on the dirt. I fold them under. I take my ground stake. We're going to be stacking pallets on these. By stacking pallets on them, we can put our produce trays on those and raise our planks and all our bedding planks. Dalton, go down at your end and fold it and pull her tight. And I'll put just a couple down through the middle. Fold it, pull it tight. You want to keep this tight because if it gets loose, it will catch your feet if you're walking over it. And it's going to get loose anyways once it gets hot in here. Right now it's winter time, so it ain't hot. But it will be. Make sure I'm still on the line. All right, 1 down, 5 to go. We're gonna get a pallet and set in here and show you kind of like what it's gonna look like. Maybe on our next video, we'll have all of this done and can show you then. Come right up here and we're gonna show you how this looks. Tomatoes makes a lot of pollen in a greenhouse, a lot of dust, so it leaves a big mess. We like growing tomatoes, and we're going to be growing a lot of tomatoes this year. And so get to see how they look in a bag. We're going to be doing bagged tomatoes here at the farm. Yeah, whoa. All right. We're going to take these pallets. We're actually going to be putting them on blocks, most likely. Ooh, that's a good heavy one. It's really wet out there. Really wet. Get your side. Well, leave it just a few inches from the wall. That right there, I guess that'd be fine. All right. This right here, we'll be able to stack about 8 to 10 flats of vegetable planks on it. We're actually going to do one row right here of pallets all the way down. Leave barely enough room to walk through and do another row, and so on. We'd like to have at least 3 rows of pallets in here. That'll get them up off the floor a little bit, let a little bit of air go under them to drain out the moisture out of the bottom of the planks. You don't want to have root rot. But this is what we're going to do for today. We'll catch up with us on the next video. Thanks, and God bless.